Hello friends, how are you? In this video, we're going to talk about habits. Now there are two types of habits, as we all know. There are good habits and there are bad habits. Now what is a habit, first of all? What is it? Well, habits are kind of like compulsions. They're usually triggered by a cue, and that cue could be like a time of the day or an event, etc. Now, since habits are very prominent in building our personalities and our lives, it is very important that we have good ones as opposed to bad ones in order to have a positive impact and outcomes in our lives. So, as discussed earlier, there are two types of habits. They are good habits and bad habit. Now, how do we define good and bad? What are good habits and what are bad habits? Well, it's very simple. If a habit makes a positive impact on your life in achieving your goals, in realizing your dreams, it's a good habit. It has a positive impact on your life. And if the habit does not have any impact on your life whatsoever, or rather makes a negative impact on your life, has nothing to do with any aspect of your life, then it's a bad habit. Now, a very simple example would be if you are a writer, a professional writer. You could be a novel writer, or you could be a content writer or a copywriter, whatever. And you have a habit of reading. You have a habit of reading a lot of books, blogs, articles. Well, then you have, it's a good habit for you because it has a very positive impact on your life. However, on the converse, a very obvious bad habits would be smoking, drinking. It has nothing to do with your life. It has no aspect. It rather has a negative aspect of your life, right? So that's a bad habit. So now let's look at how to break a habit. Now you could be wondering, why am I talking about breaking a habit first? Well, it is because most of us, or most of us, let's say most of us have bad habits. We do have bad habits. And these bad habits cost us precious time. And as you know, time is very limited on this planet. We all have limited amount of time on this planet. So breaking a bad habit which consumes our precious time is very important, because it is, if you have bad habits, you are knowingly or unknowingly wasting a lot of your time, right? But first thing, let's remember, just so you know, habits are formed by regular practice. Regular practice, that means the root cause of a habit is regular practice of it. So to break the habit, we have to break the practice. And how to break the practice? Distractions. You have to distract your mind away from that habit in order to break that habit. Whenever you are doing something that you don't want to do, you distract your mind. Yes, you heard me right, distractions. So, distract our minds, which is craving that habit, and we can do it in the following way. Number one, there's a three-step formula to do it. So one is, look at the negative effect the habit is causing in your life and list it down, write it down. Now, every time you feel like going back to your bad habit, look at that list, look at that, whatever you've written it down, and clearly mention all the negative that habit has on your life. And when you read those negative things, in this way, you're reminding yourself that this is really not worth my time. Yeah. For example, if you have a habit of watching a lot of TV, like cricket or movies or TV shows, and watching these on a regular basis, you are wasting a lot of your valuable time. Then look at this list, which clearly mentions that you're wasting time by doing all this. And your brain remembers that, it realizes that. Then look at the list which clearly mentions that, hey, you're watching a lot of cricket, man, you're watching a lot of movies, you're watching a lot of TV shows, and it has nothing to do with your life, you're wasting your valuable time, then your brain realizes that, and it immediately kind of like, okay, it's time to do something else, you know, because it realizes that you're wasting valuable time. And next, we should look at how we can utilize this time for the betterment of our lives. Now that you've noticed your bad habits, you have pinned down your bad habits. Now, what you have to do is you should find a way to utilize this time, which you were like as I mentioned, watching a lot of TV. So instead of watching a lot of TV, what else can I do? That is, replace the bad habit, in this case that's watching TV, with the good ones, the ones which you want to cultivate. So that's the second step, that is, replace the bad habits with good ones. So instead of watching TV and wasting your time, you read a book. Now, if you are reading for entertainment, you can read fiction, like a novel, or if you're reading for knowledge and information, you can read various non-fiction books, like self-help books or educational books, which develops your brain and makes it more creative. So instead of watching TV, if you read books, it helps to improve your communication skills, your writing skills, your reading skills, your understanding of the language and grammar, and as mentioned earlier, it develops the creative part of your brain, since you imagine what you're reading. Instead of readily watching it on TV, you're just watching whatever is being shown to you. Your brain is not working, it's just looking at whatever is being shown to it. However, when you read, the theater of your brain is at work, the creative part of your brain is at work, and you literally picturize whatever it is that you're reading in whichever way you want. Hence, your brain creative power is enhanced. Right? You can literally picturize all the scenes that you're reading in your head, and you can literally picturize it in a way that you want, in a way that you like, in a way that is in your liking. In this way, the creative power of your brain is tremendously enhanced. Now, once you cultivate a good one, okay, I want to replace this as my new habit, and once you have that in place, now the third thing that to do in this process, now this is very important. As mentioned, habits are formed by regular and rigorous practice. So the third one is practice itself. It's perseverance. Regular practice of this new habit. You've located the bad habit, you've replaced it with a good one. Now the only thing left out is practice of the new habit without fail. You have to persevere. Perseverance is a key. That is, keep practicing it until the new habit that you're planning to develop becomes the habit. That is, you don't have to remind yourself to do that anymore. You just automatically do it. So that's all for now. Thanks for watching. Have a good time. Namaste.